So the idea here was to allow you to search for content in files. This was originally intended for a customer. They didn't actually want it in the end. I already did the research work, which was half of it. So I figured, this could actually be made into a general feature as well. What this allows you to do is to search media text, and actually also the content of PDF files with a very cool little library. Well, the library itself is not really little, but a simple to use library called PDFpig. And reading text out of PDFs is its own magic. So we need to be very thankful for the author of this library to publish it as open source. I think it's pretty much the only viable open source alternative there. I've also documented how you'd use this because it needs a bit of setup. I'm not actually entirely sure whether this should be needed. There should be an easier way, but here it is. So first of all, I'm demoing this on the example of a blog site. So just simply set up with the blog recipe. I didn't really make it very sophisticated, the demo. And what you will see here is that on the blog post content type, we have the banner image media field still, but there is now a new thing. Oh, I got logged out in the end. What is it, Bertrand? Well, probably nothing. So you still have the banner image here. I just wanted to make it indexable. So now when you tick this, it actually will do something. And similarly, if we go back, I added another media field. Well, to store documents, which doesn't probably make any sense for blog posts, but I just wanted to get something going quickly. And this document is a media field as well. Nothing else here yet. Just this including the index is ticked for now. So that's the basic setup. Up until now is the same to make it indexable as it is for every field. What you have to do after that is you have to do some configuration for the search fields. So that is one thing I don't think should actually be necessary, but I didn't dig into it too much. Anyway, here you should add the fields that are now indexed for each of the media fields. Well, I actually added one for the subtitle just to test text field indexing as well. And again, this is documented, so you don't have to figure it out. And now we are at the point where it should actually work. So if you open a blog post, I added a couple of things here. First of all, for the document fields, I added a PDF, which fittingly is a PDF export of the Wikipedia article about PDF. And we have now two banner images, and actually we have some media text for them as well. Yeah, this is the media text for the first one, media text for the second one. So up until now, pretty much the same thing that you do to index any field, because behind the scenes it will just work. So let's do some search. First of all, let's search for demo. This will be a very sophisticated part, so please pay attention. If we search for demo, well, nothing is returned. If we search for something in the media text, we should get the blog post though. So, for example, astronaut is not a word that would actually show up anywhere in the hoops. That would show up anywhere in the body. So let's search for that. And surprisingly, we get the blog post. And similarly, yeah, so let's clear it out so we see that something's happening. But similarly, if we search something from a PDF, so here's the here's a PDF opened. I don't know. Let's search for Acrobat. That's surely something that doesn't show up anywhere else either. Well, we get to the blog post again. So it's not more sophisticated than that. So it will just show up the content item that matches, that has a matching media file reference from its media fields. So it's not like highlighting the text in the files or showing it anywhere. This was just a simple, well, probably a little bit more than a proof of concept. You get media indexed. So what do you think?
It's cool. There is a PR, but
yep, I got some comments from very soon.
I have some ideas about how it should be implemented. I want to see if it's done this way, but we should be able to have some kind of handlers for each file type, and then be able to use PDFP for the PDF, or maybe two different ones that will provide things. And this way we can just just use modules that will register new file type, MIME type, analyzer. So you could extract, yeah, you see, so you have a media field index handler, yeah, something like that, yeah. Exactly.
It's very straightforward right now, just going straight for PDF. But indeed, we could have that extensible. I didn't actually find anything better than PDFP for extracting text.
I'm not even talking about that. I'm just saying if tomorrow we want to add JPEG or whatever file, XML, doc, whatever, no, because PDF is just an example. So if it works with PDF, if you can add something that will handle PDF, then you can add something that will handle anything. Because maybe people don't care about PDF. I mean, just want to index images. And they are like, no, I don't care about PDF. But so that about your concern about the configuration, I have to check. But so by default, it's in the full text property. And maybe there is a way to have a filter so we could configure it in the full text setting, like, or inject the text of the documents with a filter that will extract that will use the same handlers, and that we could apply on specific media from the filters from Liquid when we build the full text. But otherwise, we have to say which fields we want to index, because we don't index by default everything. In the full text, I mean, in the full text. So everything will be indexed in their columns, but when you do full text search, we need to say, okay, what do you want to include in your full text search? And that's what you changed to be able to use these fields in the full text. Some parts can register automatically there by implementing the body aspect, so they can provide the body content. So this could be also done this way. That could be a provider by default that will for each media field call, but that's not something we do for the fields. We don't do that for field. Okay, looks good. So yeah, just I will check about being able to add more handlers. That's it.
Yeah, cool. Great idea. I will check it out. Thanks.